All right, how's everyone doing? This is Hala Pablo. Thank you for tuning in. I wanted to talk a little bit about Virtual's protocol. I had a request to do this. I want to kind of continue on with the series of when I'm buying certain key cryptos that I've selected for. In this case, Virtual's protocol. I've had my eye on this for months and months now. I was attracted to it not only because of artificial intelligence, which I am extremely bullish on, and I believe it's just unavoidable, it's inevitable. We're going to this, God help us, this sort of thing here. Love it or hate it, I mean, it's the future. And if there's money to be made, you could do a lot of good with money without getting sucked into all of this. So I use AI. In fact, I used AI to find out what exactly Virtual's protocol is all about. And so with ChatGPT, it says basically fifth grade level. Virtual's protocol is one of the more interesting crypto projects at the intersection of AI agents and tokenization. The simplest way to think about it is Virtuals is trying to create an economy where AI programs can own wallets, earn money, and hire other AI agents, sell services, and operate like little autonomous businesses. And so, in a nutshell, that's what it is. You can look into this more. We're going to look at price action in a moment and show you why I'm very interested in this, and I'll show you where I'll be buying. Let's see if I click on pillars, identity and banking. Agents need wallets, credentials, and economic rights. So this is actually AI. This is like these are not simply chat bots, but actual building businesses. I see law firms on this, tokenization of AI attorneys, physical labor. Agents need bodies to affect the physical world. Agentic commerce. Agents need markets to hire, sell, and coordinate. Capital formation. Hey, here's a golden calf right here. Agents need ownership, investment, and liquidity. Law and governance. Here we go. Law and governance. Agents need alignment, rules, and enforcement, and so on and so forth. So, and then you could research them. So this is www.virtuals.io if you want to look into this. And so here it is. I believe total supply I think is a billion. I think they're making a billion of these with no inflation afterwards. So that's it. And I think 500,000 or 500 million or something has already been. I may be wrong. I don't want to get ahead of myself. But all right, enough of that. You can look into all this stuff. I think that it is definitely something to pay attention to. And here's why. Here's why. Look at this. So someone is interested in this, right? So this, make no mistake, this is smart money. This is the institutions are in this thing. This is pregnant with institutional interest. All right. So I know how to read charts. I hope you realize that by now. And in particular, Wyckoff, VSA, and such. And so just going off this with the between the price action in the Nupal, look at this flat supply vortex in the Nupal. So this is where the profits of the short-term holders is maximized within this vortex. And this is where they're selling. This is where they're getting out, parachuting out, right? And so each subsequent high bumping up against the macro resistance of this descending triangle, the valuation has decreased incrementally. You see it, right? Yet the supply vortex is linear and in the same zone, the same level. And then we have a floor here within this area here, this moon zone. So this is telling me that smart money selling, they're getting out, they're buying down in the lows, and then they're selling again up. They're selling supply up in the top, and same rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And look at the waves are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. The spread is decreasing more and more and more. What does that mean? Supply is becoming more and more scarce. And so what happens when you have extreme scarcity of supply. What does that do to demand? What happens when something gets completely used up, and there's no more supply? It gets bought up, right? Like imagine if they weren't making cars anymore. Suddenly they stopped making Toyotas, let's say, and no more Toyotas, right? And and 4 or 5 years later, right? So like they stopped making Toyotas, manufacturing Toyotas in 2026, and in 2030, 31, 4 or 5 Toyotas go on the market. Let's just say, right? How much are those Toyotas going to be worth? Okay, so that's supply and demand. So these are, we're seeing less and less Toyotas. They're getting squeezed here. They're stopping, stopping, stopping. And then when it comes to this confluence here, what do you think is going to happen? Well, we don't know 100%, but I'm pretty sure that demand is going to be generated and this thing is going to, at least it's going to retest this macro trend resistance point here. So I'm not buying this just yet. I'm watching this. This actually would perhaps be a good place to dollar cost average, although I'm not even doing that. I look at the Nupal. I look at the ground here. It's been keeping this ground. Now look where the 90 EMA comes in. It's kind of like what we looked at yesterday when we looked at XLM. The same principle can apply, although this is on a daily. I had XLM on a 3-day logarithmic. Here we have the sunrise coming out before the confirmation. And in the case of Virtual's protocol, I wouldn't wait for the confirmation if the sunrise happens in the moon zone here. This elongated rectangle is like the moon zone, okay? So this is where you want the price to reach down to. See the buying climax, this automatic response area here? That delineated this first low, right? And then we had the sunrise here. We had the 90 EMA flare out as this thing fired up. And so had you taken position at the sunrise, had you bought the sunrise, see the sunrise came in here and rode this up, this is like a good 400%, right? Up to the secondary test, okay? And then the same thing here. Now, notice here, right? This next pump, we weren't in the moon zone anymore. We bottomed out. It was much higher. We had this kind of like this scam wick here that came down. And this was in October of 25, right? And so this was when Bitcoin is making its all-time high here. And so a lot of the alts are indexed to Bitcoin, right? So they followed Bitcoin's trajectory. And so that's what this is here. But you notice it didn't bottom out in the moon zone. I don't even count the scam wick here, or the flash crash. So had you bought here, if you had waited for the confirmation, you would have waited too long, and you would have gotten smoked at the top here because it would have already topped out at the macro trend resistance. And so you would definitely buy the sunrise without waiting for the confirmation. If you wait for the confirmation, it's too late, especially if you're north of the moon zone. Here's another one right here. Here's another bottom. And this is above the moon zone as well. And you didn't even get a second confirmation. You just got the sunrise. And so these sunrises are worth buying, because this one here is 150%, and this one here where we didn't get a confirmation, had you just entered in at the sunrise, that was 91%. And then here now, had you bought the sunrise here now, see, this is kind of tricky. This is why you want to wait until we bottom out and we get the sunrise in the moon zone like we got here at the automatic response, right? And so we're already in the moon zone again as we approach the apex of this triangle. And so here we've already got a sunrise, a little sunrise. You see it right here? But it was eclipsed right away. It went back into an eclipse. And so it's not quite ready yet. See, what we're going to see soon are demand tests. And when we see demand tests, we're going to, let's see, how far are we? That's a 30%. That'd be a 30% swing. Just the next demand test is going to be about 30%. The one here, had you bought this confirmation, is about 41%. So right up here. Now, all of these are topping out in the same supply vortex up here. So it's easy to figure out when to get out of it, when to sell it. It's just buying it, you got to be careful because there's a lot of lateral consolidation here unless we get a second confirmation. So yeah. So anyway, what I'm waiting for is for the sun to come out again. Now again, the sun is the 90 EMA in the Newpol on the bottom. It's like here's Mr. Sun, Mr. Sun, Mr. Sun. But you can't always buy Mr. Sun and expect to go to the moon. Sometimes you buy Mr. Sun and then the clouds come in and Mr. Sun goes night night and you're left with overbought crypto. So we don't want that to happen, right? So I told you I keep you safe if you follow this channel. So how do you remain safe? Well, you remain safe buying Mr. Sun by waiting for Mr. Sun's confirmation if you buy Mr. Sun in the moon zone. Now, if you buy the sun above the moon zone, then you don't need to wait for the confirmation. Just be prepared to not make it all the way up. Some of them will go all the way up into this declining resistance here, the top of this declining triangle, this macro triangle. But sometimes it doesn't, like this. So you could also overstay your welcome and miss the top, or hold on too long, get greedy, and have it top out, and you're still holding the bag when the thing drops. So you just got to be careful with this. But for Virtual's protocol, I'm waiting for the sun. That was a good Doors song I used to listen to a lot when I was back when I was playing guitar in the 90s, in the 80s and 90s. So here it is. We're waiting for the Newpol to come up, cross back up over the 90 EMA and stay above it and shoot up like a bottle rocket. Usually it just shoots up. We're already seeing good signs in the Newpol because we're getting higher highs in the Newpol and somewhat of lower highs as well. And so we look at the divergence here. Instead, we have like a flat kind of slope here for the price. So it's not a real strong divergence, but it is a divergence if you compare the slope gradients. We don't really have a slope gradient in the price action, but we do have a pronounced bullish divergence in the Newpol, and then the bottom, the lows of the price action in the Newpol are pretty much the same. So so it is showing bullish divergence. And so, yeah, we can assume that if we wait a little bit and as we consolidate more towards the apex, that eventually the sun is going to come back out again. And if the sun comes out somewhere in this area here, yeah, that would probably be a good place to buy. But it's not financial advice, but also be aware that it could be a fake out, and we could go down into a terminal shakeout before we have the real breakout. It could destroy all the longs by suddenly dumping. So because people come in and they leverage the heck out of this, and the market makers know that. So don't fall prey to a last moment spring. So anyway, and the way you avoid that is by buying the confirmation, Mr. Sun's confirmation. Yeah. All right. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. Hopefully you got something out of this. I was a little slow with this one. It's it's kind of late. What is it? It's 9:45. I don't usually do videos this late. but I wanted to get this out. I'm looking at some price action charts, and I thought, yeah, I could do virtual protocols since someone requested it. So, all right, guys, I love you. Follow this channel. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Check out our Discord group if you like more information on how to actually do this. And if you want to contact me, I got something you want me to look at, I'll be more than happy to look at it. Not have the rest of your wonderful weekend. May God richly bless you. Halapablo@gmail.com if you need prayer. We'll talk to you guys soon. And all right, take it easy. Have a good one. Good night. And adios. Buenos nachos.